Hi, guys. I just want to go over some words with you. We're taking a look at page 25 in your book and looking at the vocabulary on chart 1A. So hopefully you have your book with you. I'm on page 25 here, and I can see that your vocabulary words are all there in that box that says academic word list. And I'm going to use those words to complete the sentences on page 25. And that's going to give me some good practice with the parts of speech that I have listed here. We're going to say them out loud, and we're also going to see how they're used in a sentence. So hopefully this will be good practice. Just as a review, let's see how I do this. Here we go. I want you to think about the parts of speech and then also to say each word out loud as you're writing it down in your book. And we'll think about stress and syllables when you do that. Short review, as far as parts of speech, we're talking about really just these four parts of speech. When we look at our vocabulary words, we're going to look at verbs, and those are action words. Maybe just a stative word like is or are, right? We look at nouns, those are things or people, places. We're going to look at adjectives, descriptive words, describing nouns. And then adverbs, also descriptive words, but they describe verbs or maybe another adjective. So we'll be looking for these four parts of speech and trying to match that with your chart. Let's look at these first 5 sentences. So here we go. Sentence number 1, what part of speech is missing? What do I need here in sentence number 1? I see I have the subject. The success of most technical something is often due to the efforts of a research and development team. So what are you going to use here in this blank? I see that I have an adjective, technical, and that tells me that I need a noun, right? I need the subject. Well, actually, here's my subject. The success of most technical something is, there's my verb, often due to. So we're getting a good long subject here. The success of most technological something. Let's look at number 2, parts of speech. Managing online classes, that's my subject, via the internet is, here's my verb, a serious something for any teacher. And as you probably guessed, I need another noun there. It's a serious something. Let's look at number 3, NASA astronauts. That's my subject. Practice, that's a good verb. And then flight something. I need a noun. All of these are needing nouns before heading into space. The intervention of the World Wide Web, WWW, is something to, and we're going to see that we need a verb here. But my clue is that the verb will be passive. I see is, so the verb is going to be a passive verb, something to Tim Berners-Lee. And then number 5, to beta test new products, technologists follow certain, I'm going to need a noun here, right? They follow certain something, and hopefully you can guess. Now I can look at this list. I see that I actually have a lot of nouns with a few verbs, but it'll be easier for me to guess the vocabulary word when I know the part of speech. So let's match them. For number 1, the success of most technological, and maybe you know that I'm going to use here a word like innovations to talk about technology. Technological innovations. Those would go together. Number 2, managing online classes via the internet is a serious, I have this word serious, right? A huge, a large, a difficult undertaking. That's my noun, a challenge for any teacher. Number 3, NASA astronauts practice flight before heading into space. And this is something they do just to practice. And that's what makes me think that it's the word simulations, flight simulations. And then number 4, talking about the intervention. I think this is supposed to just say the invention. Sorry. The invention of the World Wide Web. And the verb I want is a verb that gives attribution, is attributed to Tim Berners-Lee. Number 5, to beta test new products, technologists follow certain, what do you follow? You follow certain, you're right, guidelines. So here, let's just say these 5 words. You can see them now in these sentences. And I've put the syllable in bold that needs to have the stress. So I hope you'll say them with me. Innovations, undertaking, simulations, attributed, guidelines. That's how I'm going to stress these words. Here, let's do a few more. Going to number 6. What part of speech is missing here in number 6? So I have the number of mobile. What do I need here? Mobile is an adjective, so I'm going to need a noun, right? Something that's mobile. Number 7, it's not hard to envision a blank. Yeah, another noun. As we notice, there are a lot of nouns. I have a before this noun, and I see in number 8 I have the. These are both definite and indefinite articles. They come before nouns, right? The something of signals. Number 9, the ripple effect implies that ideas, designs, products, something over time. I need the verb here. I need the action. And then the last one, I see that I have the indefinite article. They are likely to have a blank. It's going to need another noun, right? I'm going to use a noun there. Let's see if we can match the best words to this list. Number 6, talking about mobile, I'm going to have to use the word mobile networks, right? Talking about the idea of cell phones, but here I have the word networks. Number 7, it's not hard to envision a scenario. And that is the idea of a world that we are envisioning, right? It's not yet real. It's hypothetical. It's a vision. Number 8, cell and mobile towers are responsible for something of signals. This is a good place for the word transmission, the transmission of signals. Number 9, I have the ripple effect, and that implies that all these ideas, designs, products change or evolve over time. And then number 10, the usefulness of virtual reality is really likely to have an impact. This is a good place for the word impact. And impact here is a noun. We're going to see it in other places as a verb. So take a look at these 5 words. Say them with me. Start with number 6, and I have the word network. Number 7, scenario. Transmission. Evolve. And impact. Impact as a noun starts with the stress, different from impact, which is the verb. Good work, guys. Listen, there's more to do to study these words. I've put a link in the folder for vocabulary, and it will take you to Quizlet. If you would like to get some extra practice, it's optional, but you can go to Quizlet and you can find flashcards, games, quizzes with all of these 10 words. You should write these words down in your notebook. This is one of the best ways to remember them. Write them, think about how to say them, and think of an example sentence you might create when you use this word. There are examples from page 25. There are examples in the article you're going to read this week. And also, if you go to the appendix, end of the book, the last pages, you have to start on page 299, you're going to see some more examples with these words. Finally, in the folder for vocabulary this week, there's a quiz. And you should take quiz 1A. You're going to be answering questions that come from the chart, that come from our discussion now, how to use these words, and you have to be prepared to use these words in a sentence, to write a sentence that will show me you understand the word and you're ready to use it. So good luck with these words. I'll check back with you later to see how you're doing.